Hey everybody, this is Doug with Artfully Rogue, and in this video we're going to talk about the ins and outs of a plasma cutter. Maybe you've been on the fence, maybe you really haven't even thought about having a plasma cutter. But I tell you, in my shop, it's one of those tools that I really appreciate, and now they are so affordable, I don't see why everybody shouldn't have one. So let's start with the machine. Every plasma cutter out there is going to have a body. That's the main part of the machine. On that machine, you're going to have a front, which will have all your controls and your connections for your whip, your ground, and possibly communication cable. Typically on the rear of the machine, you're going to have your air connection, you're going to have your power cable, and you're going to have your off and on switch. Sometimes the regulator is mounted to the side of the machine. In this case, it's mounted to the back of the machine. And in some cases, it just mounts directly to the compressor. Let's talk about the parts that are connected to the body. On this particular machine, it's set up to run off 220, but it also comes with an adapter that allows you to run with 210. On the front of the machine, you have the ground and you have the whip. For this particular machine, this is where you control the amperage when you're cutting thinner or thicker material. This is an LED display that will show you what your amperage is. This is a gauge to show you how thick you can cut with suggested amperage. Now you can't operate a plasma cutting machine without a compressor. Now in my case, I have a large Husky compressor. This is a 60-gallon, and it's pretty big. It's tucked back here in the corner of my workshop and allows me to connect whatever I need at the time. But you also have smaller compressors that you can use. Now this is a very small pancake compressor, not something I would recommend for plasma cutting, although it's possible if you're doing short cuts and thin steel, you could use this in a pinch. If you're going to buy a cheap plasma cutter, I would definitely put your money towards a larger compressor. That way your productivity will be much rewarded by the larger capacity. All right, let's talk about the whip. The whip is the part that you're going to be using to actually cut the steel. You're going to have a trigger and you're going to have a gun, and this is where your consumables are. If you've ever heard the term consumables, this is where they're located. Depending on the type of plasma cutter that you're going to have, the layout of the consumables might be slightly different. With the consumables, these are the things that you will have to replace on occasion as they do wear out. Let's talk about the operation. Connect your air line to your regulator. Regulate the air pressure in your compressor to somewhere between 50 and 60 psi. Next, you want to plug in your machine and get it turned on. Depending on the thickness of the steel that you want to cut, you'll adjust your amperage in the front of the machine. And whatever you do, don't forget the ground clamp. You're not going to cut anything unless you use a ground clamp. Now, depending on what you're cutting, you may want to use a guide. I find that using a piece of 1/8" flat material to run the gun against helps me keep a nice straight line. Keep in mind, when you're cutting with the plasma cutter, you are going to create a lot of sparks and a lot of smoke. So make sure that you're in a well-ventilated area or you're outside with a nice breeze blowing. So by definition, plasma cutting is a process that cuts through electrically conductive material using an accelerated jet of hot plasma. Now, I mean, how cool is that? Now, there are several different types of plasma cutters. This one is like a small handheld plasma cutter, but you also have the larger CNC plasma cutters that allow you to do more computer work, more precise work. You also have the choices between contact and non-contact plasma cutters. With the non-contact type plasma cutters, you may receive a cup like this that keeps you off the surface. So there you go. There's the basics of the plasma cutting machine. There are a lot of people out there who have taken this machine and are now making a lot of money just with the plasma cutting machine. I use it all throughout my shop. I use it to make my doors, my water features. It's one of those machines that I really kind of rely on. I hope this video has given you the confidence to go out, get yourself a machine, and start doing some plasma cutting. I'll see you guys in the next video. The definition for plasma cutting is a process So the definition of plasma cutting is a process that uses an The definition for plasma cutting is a process that cuts electrically conducting.